Well, they're a team actually that is seriously possibility of playing in a state championship game. And taking on Woodstock today, and it would seem like a mismatch on paper, but these are the kind of games that you really can see what kind of team you have as far as coming out. Supposed to win, supposed to dominate, see if you have the focus and the intensity and the execution, because you need them in every game, not only the big games like against Rutland and MAU and Hartford and Otter Valley and things like that, but you need them against the teams that are not having quite the good years. So this will be the test today. McDonald already with a 15 strikeout performance this season against Burr and Burton. She's also been the pitcher of record winning against Division I Rutland, Division I Hartford, and Division I MAU. I think that says an awful lot about this program right there. Well, I should get to the leadoff hitter. That's Anna McGee, the second baseman for Woodstock, and she'll take one right down the pipe. Again, if you've never seen McDonald work, it's like a surgeon she is. She is like a professional out there and has quite the repertoire of pitches, quite the menu of pitches that she doesn't only throw but can control. And there's her first strikeout of the game. Comes on a swing. So it'll be 1 out, 1 on in the top of the first, scheduled for 7. There is the mercy rule after 5 innings. We'll get more into that. Now Grania Vanderwade coming up, the left fielder, with nobody on base and 1 down. Like I said, McDonald throws in the mid-50s, low 60s, mid-50s. Rise, drop, change, curve, screwball. And that's off the end of the bat, and foul. For strike 2, she'll work up in the count, and she probably averages less than a full walk per 7 innings. And, okay, I've done enough praising of McDonald. She's got a good team around her, young team, but everybody's a contributor. Their offense is starting to come around now. Their defense has been playing much better. Not that they get a lot of chances in every game, but I can tell you that Nikki Rao, another senior, very veteran player, very good player behind the plate at the catcher's position, a very seasoned battery. Rao and McDonald have been the battery for all 4 varsity years here at Mill River. I just tied her up. They had that cut action down inside. Chelsea Phelps is at first base. Chelsea Redenis is at second. Melissa Mangan is at shortstop. And Amanda Lee is your third baseman. And that's going to be put in play. And they're going to have the catch. And that was a bad job with the camera. But that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. And Mill River coming up in the bottom half of the first, looking to get on top early. So she's a pitcher out there for Woodstock. Rhea Booth taking her final warm-ups. Ashley Coates here will be the catcher behind the plate. Emily Coates here will be at first base defensively. This is for the Woodstock squad. Anna McGee is at second. Jackie Stacy's at shortstop. Ashley Acuna is at third. Grania Vanderwade is in left. Brittany Garman is in center. Mackenzie Harrington is the right fielder, and that is the defensive alignment for Woodstock. And Kayla Plouffe will start things off, and they'll be high and outside for a ball. Woodstock went down in order, 1, 2, 3, and at top of the first, it's going to be Plouffe, Redenis, McDonald, and it'll be Chelsea Redenis. There's a couple of Redenises on the roster now, and it'll be up and out of the way. Again, it really should be a mismatch, not only on paper, but on the field. And you have to have these on your schedule. There has to be teams that go through growing pains and will improve. And there's also schools that just have programs that they excel in, like Woodstock. I think of their, obviously their soccer team is their big passion where they're in Woodstock, or where they have the most success. And there's teams that just never have success in some sports. This could be one of those. It's hard to be politically correct and try to say, just hang out today and kick back. They shouldn't be a nail biter. So Booth to Plouffe. And it'll miss inside, and that'll be a walk. So the leadoff runner will be on that first base, with Kayla Plouffe being followed by Chelsea Redenis. And usually Coach Gary McDonald very aggressive as far as moving those runners along, whether with a bunt, small ball slap, or stealing them. And so Redenis now will step up. She plays second base with McDonald, the pitcher, on deck. Mill River coming with 5 wins, no losses. 3 of those 5 wins over Division I schools, which really helps them. And that's going to be over a couple players' heads, and the base will be stolen. Boy, been a while since I've shot from center field at any field. It takes me a while to get used to the camera work. It's been less than adequate. I apologize for the terrible camera work. Like at CSJ, I'm right behind home base. And it's a different perspective camera-wise, working the camera, than being zoomed way out in center field. I'll get it back together. So Plouffe at second, nobody down. Redenis at the plate, and the pitch on the way from Booth will be swung on and pulled. Foul. And one of the things about Woodstock is just be basic, be simple. You know, if the ball's hit and it's fieldable, make the play. Don't get panicky. You know, the errors will be what will beat you, and walks will always hurt a pitcher, so just make sure you deliver strikes and let your defense try to make the play. It's the simple things that keep a program from growing and flourishing and becoming better. Gary McDonald, in his first year as being the head coach here at Mill River, he was the assistant coach the last few years underneath Shirley Brusso, and that's going to be up in the air, and the catcher will drop it. That's in fair territory, and the runner will be at first and second base. The runner at second obviously could not take a chance and go on that. And that was a tougher play than you think by the catcher to make that catch, because first of all, it's tough to locate the ball from behind the plate. She should have got rid of the mask. That's one thing to give her a better field of vision, but she's looking into that sun. That sun is in that left field area, that west area. So first and second, nobody down. And McDonald, who, I don't want to say started the year off slow at the bat, but has been hitting much better lately at the plate. And McDonald, I'm just beyond the center field fence here shooting the game, so I could actually be hit by one of her. That's how much power she has. She could reach the camera. You got to be selective. Don't help the Woodstock pitcher by chasing. And right now, Mill River being very patient and disciplined at the plate. You're watching PEGTV Sports, Munger Vision to be exact, and bringing you more softball action. Got a lot of MSJ baseball and a lot of Mill River softball to come in the month of May. And there goes the runners. They'll move up on that pass ball. You see Plouffe at second, and on the trail play, Redentos will be at third. And also in the month of May, I've got the Thunderbirds AAU basketball tournament, the Bougiani basketball tournament. Always a lot of fun, always a lot of good basketball. And that's going to be playable, maybe not. That's going to be a gap, or actually that's going to clear the bases. Redentos will come in with the second run of the game, and McDonald will, where are you, Jess? There she is. She'll be at second base. So she'll hit a 2 RBI double with nobody out in the top of the first. And I thought for a moment they might have had a chance at that, but then the more it sailed, it was a deep shot to the gap, and she got around to pull it. Now Nikki Raup with 2 runs in, and they're going to bring a courtesy runner in for McDonald. It's going to be Lynn Wade. So Wade, number 47, will come in and run for McDonald on this very warm April day. And Tom Leipold, program director at Channel 15, not only does he do a great job, but he wants me to remind you that he has games of the week on every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock, and whatever the sport is, whoever hands it in, whatever the games are for that week, he puts them on starting at 4, and they just keep playing them all night and cycling, and you get to watch all the local sports action. And it's an event I like to promote. I'm going to be taping it. Is the June 28th at College of St. Joseph's. We're going to have the Western Massachusetts High School All-Star teams, both men's and women, taking on the Vermont High School All-Star basketball teams. And not only can you go to St. Joe's and watch it live, you'll be able to watch it on Channel 15 PEGTV. And what happened now, they just stopped play. A baseball from the adjacent field here, the baseball field, has gone onto the softball field, and they're just letting that get cleared and out of the way. And it's Mackenzie Harrington that will pick it up and toss it over out of the way. And she did a very good job. So Rao, with an RBI sitting out there in McDonald, will be walked. So it's 2-0 Mill River. First inning action, nobody down, 2 runs in. Chelsea Phelps up now. So Phelps playing first base today. Had a good day at the plate, I was told by her mom at Burton. And she'll step in there from the right side, and Booth. That's a good pitch. That was right there. With Phelps at the plate, Amanda Lee will be up next. She's on the on-deck circle right now, and that's going to be a base hit coming right at you. You can see it being fielded by Garmin, and they're going to send Wade home, and she'll score. Yep. And they'll be up to, yep, they're talking about that being in the dugout earlier today for this game. They were talking about throwing the ball around. So an RBI single turns into a double on the error on the infield. Rao ends up at third base. And we're up by 3 now, 3-0 for Amanda Lee. Lee, of course, not only plays first, third, short, and has done some pitching, but she's now at the plate, and she hits the ball very well. She's got good speed also, so those borderline hits that are slow on the infield. She's the kind of player who can run those out and turn them into singles. So right now, Booth, number 14 for Woodstock in the white jersey, just trying to navigate herself to the first out of the inning. That'll be a pass ball and actually hit the batter, they said. Yeah, so that's a hit the batter. Now we'll load the bases up. Well, Lee, I'm sure wanted to swing the bat, but she got nicked by the ball on the inside pitch. Now I'll bring up Melissa Mangan, the shortstop, and she's been hitting the ball very well all season. She's got the table set to keep this big inning going. Again, there's nobody out. There's a force out at any base for Woodstock. That's the positive here, is that it's easier to get it out if the ball's hit to you, because if you're on the infield, just step on the base you're closest to. And that, the last thing you want right now is for Booth to end up issuing a walk. Yeah, so settling in, and that's a good eye. Again, making her throw strikes. That's low for a ball. Taryn Redenis, the younger Redenis, is on deck. She's the center fielder. She's due up next unless they pull a triple play off here. You know, we've enjoyed all the softball and baseball action brought to you this spring season on Munger Vision. Also, the Bandits boys AAU basketball tournament I did this spring. That was a lot of fun to do. Hope you enjoyed that action. And oh, of course, always the Glossic tournament. Oh, that was just a tad high for a ball. And again, plenty more sports to look forward to in the month of May. I already mentioned MSJ boys baseball, varsity baseball action. More Mill River girls varsity softball action. CSJ will wind their softball season up at the end of April. They've had a very good season. And of course, the Bougiani Thunderbird AAU basketball tournament will be in the month of May. And then, of course, see what the playoffs happen for softball. You know, I don't want to put any pressure on anybody, but if the local team gets to Poultney for the playoffs, I'm easy to twist my arm and get me to go out there and cover those. And then, of course, also in June, you start the American Legion Post 31 schedule, and I will be there again, bringing you American Legion baseball action from beautiful St. Peter's Field. And that will be high, and that will be a walked-in run. Yeah, so they had 2 strikes and couldn't get the finish there, and that'll be the 4th run coming in via the walk. And Taryn Dennis up now as she represents the 8th batter to come to the plate here, and still nobody down. Oh, this is going to be a long video shoot today. Again, I'll just reset at third base is Phelps, leads at second, Mangum's at first. And the scary thing of that when you read it is those are all first-year varsity players. So yeah, this Mill River squad's going to lose. I mean, when you look at McDonald, that's going to be the biggest loss, that quality power pitcher. But they've got some good underclassmen coming up to keep the program strong. Swing and a miss on that drop ball from Booth. So Redenis took a big rip at it and came up with nothing but air. Again, a very slight breeze of a breeze at all actually blowing today. It's the sun that the right side of the infield will have to battle, and nobody coming home on that pass ball. And it goes to a 3-1 count. Now hypothetically, if the first inning comes to an end and it's 10-0, Mill River, you've got to let Woodstock bat all 5 at bats before the mercy rule can become invoked. And that just missed, and that'll be another walk. That will push it another run. So Lee at third, Ming at second, and Redenis at first. And Desiree Gray up, and then the top of the order, Kayla Plouffe. As they wait for the catcher, Coach Sear, to get her straps around her leg pads and adjustment, get them all set to go. And that Channel 15 website is www.pegtv.com. And I used to tell you to go there just to get information on PEGTV and also look at the schedule, but man, has it grown and been updated. You can go there now and click on video on demand and watch programs and games right there on your computer. There's streamlined video, there's you go to the archives, look up past shows. I mean, there's just all kinds of neat features on that website. They still have the schedule. They still have information about PEGTV, so go to www.pegtv.com. And of course, PEGTV is located in Building 24 at the House Center. So Mill River just kind of taking what Woodstock gives them. If it's a hittable pitch, they're taking swings. If it's not, they're just being patient, and a lot of runs being brought in on walks now. That was a swing and a miss by Desiree Gray. Now, I've been told, and I have told many players I've coached, this is a harder game to be a good hitter in, because when a pitcher has 50-50 control, and you don't know, you kind of get into the rhythm of the pitcher. You're not, when you see 4 pitches and 1 out of 4 is a decent hittable ball, and the other ones are just crazily wild, it's hard to get a beat on a rhythm on it to be a good hitter. So don't expect this to be a pretty game at the plate for Mill River either. And that'll be another hit batter. Yeah, and Gray will come and go down to first base, and that'll bring in yet another run. Lee will come in this time, as they have done it with a few hits, a lot of walks, and a couple hit batters. And they're having a conference down at the third base box. Coach Gary McDonald talking to Caleb Plouffe, who walked and scored in this inning. As it's 6-0 Mill River, and Coach here coming out to talk to our pitcher Booth. And Plouffe all set now. And again, we're still in the first inning. Woodstock came up to bat to lead off the softball game. They went down in order. A couple strikeouts in there for McDonald. And that one right on the outside corner. That was a good pitch, a good release, a good location. So from behind in the count, Plouffe will step back in from the right side of the box, and ooh, came in a little high. That time it caught the plate, but it was just about at the letters, and she couldn't get the call, and leaving the count out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Still looking for that first out of the first inning, and she's in a tough spot. She's going to be saved. Oh, they're going to call her out. When Mangum took a tag up high, and that might be what hurt her, and she's a shortstop, so she's tough. She's going to get up and limp off the field, and she will become the first out on a very close play. Not that it really mattered. I thought she came in under the tag, but it's irrelevant, what I think. And now Redenis up, Chelsea Redenis. Remember, she got on base when the catcher dropped the fly ball, and she eventually came around to score. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 6 runs in already for Mill River. And McDonald will be the on-deck batter. That's so Redenis. All set. And a pitch from Booth. Good job by Coates here behind the plate to kind of slide over and knock the ball down, keep everything in front of her, and keep the ball in play, and will not allow the runner to score from third base. Can I invite you to watch Sports Beat? That's my show. It's been on since November of '95. And they can't cancel it because it's not like a network TV, so that's why these kept me around for so long. Have some quality guests, good people come on, and again, it's on Mondays at 4:30, Tuesdays at 5:30, and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Give it a try, you might like it, even if I'm, hosting it. That will be high. Again, just got to get the mechanics down. Her release point is different on each pitch. She's not getting a consistent windmill, she's not getting a consistent release point, and she's not snapping a hip through to get any velocity on the ball. So other than that, she's doing a good job in the circle. But I not that she's being squeezed at the plate, but they might want to, I even hate to say it, expand the strike zone a tad bit. And so with a 3-1 count, Redenis will step in, and again, bases are loaded and seem like they have been the whole first inning, and that's up in the air, and this time will be caught by the pitcher Booth for the second out. So Rhea Booth with the catch, and 2 down now. And Jessica McDonald had a 2 RBI double this inning already, and she eventually came around to score herself. And so if McDonald's up, that means Rao is right behind her. That is a horizontal foul ball right off the catcher's mask and out of play. And That's a pretty potent 3-4 spot in the lineup with McDonald and Rao. So the senior right-handed pitcher, McDonald, all set. And she'll lay off that high outside pitch. Again, you know, it's tough as a hitter. You have to be extremely disciplined in a game like this, but you also have a tendency to kind of get lulled down a few notches at the plate because you like that right there. You have to wait so long to see if it's going to be a hittable ball, and then there's no pace on the ball. And you're used to seeing pitchers be able to fire stuff in there. It's hard on the hitters. And McDonald just wants to make contact now. She doesn't want to become a strikeout victim. And will that be playable? They're backing up, and yep. I'm waiting for the umpire. He said fair ball. So one more run in, number 7 coming in, and yeah, I think actually a couple came in as that ball was touched in fair territory. So Redenis must have come in to score. Yeah. And I'm looking for Desiree Gray. She came in to score. Okay. Plouffe is in at third. McDonald would have been at second. They have the courtesy runner Wade coming in for her. And Rao will put it on the ground. They're going to make the longer throw and that's the inning. Mill River picks up a bunch of runs though, and we'll go to the second. Woodstock need to play a couple here. And so McDonald on this sunny spring day looking pretty comfortable out there with an 8-run lead. It's 8-0 Mill River going into the second inning over Woodstock, and she had 2 strikeouts in that first inning, and the ground ball stopped the inning, put it to an end, and she had a 1-2-3 order of work, and she has that defense behind her of Amanda Lee at third, Melissa Mangan at short, Chelsea Redenis is at second, Chelsea Phelps is at first, Nikki Rao is her catcher. That's foul ball. And the outfield has Kayla Plouffe, Taryn Redenis, and Desiree Gray in it. So McDonald, as usual, up in the count. And that's going to be banged down the first baseline. Phelps will step on the bag, and she'll have the putout. So 1 down, nobody on. Top of the second, 8-0 Mill River. Again, the only game I've done prior to this game here at Mill River was the Rutland Mill River game. And they had Amanda Lee at first base for that game. Phelps was unavailable, and she's over there now. Lee's at third, and I would have gladly and anxiously done the Hartford game here, but on my schedule they had it scheduled to go and travel to Hartford to play. But Hartford's field was so bad with the moisture and the water problems that they switched the game back here to Mill River. And Mill River, of course, winning that game. That was just pure heat, and that just overpowered the batter at the plate, who was the pitcher, Rhea Booth. So McDonald has faced 4 batters, retired all 4. And just, again, good location, just the outside corner, nothing but heat on it. So now the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's going to be put into play. And Phelps going to have another put out, so she'll have 2 putouts. In his inning alone, getting right involved in everything out there. And I'm just, seriously, and I'm not saying this as a joke at all, I'm just impressed that Woodstock able to get the bat on the ball and time it. And Acuna up now for Woodstock as they're down 8 runs in the second inning. McDonald 5 for 5 right now as far as hitters she has faced. I've had the privilege of being invited by her dad to a couple of her pitching clinic sessions where she works with either a pitching coach like Bill Only or with her dad, who's a very knowledgeable, very good pitching coach himself. And you know, I really admire her work ethic out in the practices, how hard she works, and the passion she has for the game. And that will be a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in this softball game so far for Jessica McDonald, and Mill River out in the field defensively, sporting the red uniforms today. And that'll be the strikeout that will end the inning, and that'll be 3 strikeouts in the ballgame. 8-0 the Minutemen. So Rhea Booth will get a second look through the order here for Mill River. She'll be pitching to Chelsea Phelps, the first baseman, who had a single and an RBI and scored a run back in that first inning. Mill River went through the order in that first inning. That's going to be a little nubber past the pitcher to second base, picked up, tosses to first, and take my word for it, they caught it for the out. And the center fielder plays extremely deep for Woodstock. So they get the leadoff batter out now, Amanda Lee up. She was hit by a pitch and came around to score in that first inning. And they'll just chase down that ball. It's obviously high for ball one. So I've told you about the website. I've told you about the games of the week starting Saturday afternoons at 4 o'clock. Told you about Sports Beat. Told you about the high school basketball all-star games, the AAU basketball tournament. I'm just a wealth of information today, let me tell you. And the pitch coming in from Booth. Lee awaits it, and she'll lay out that high pitch. It's just getting good discipline by the Mill River squad so far today. They're up by 8 runs in the bottom of the second, scheduled for 7. I've got reservations about that. And it'll be high, and again, Lee will take that for a ball. Well, they're playing the outfield shifted. Well, I'm not really sure how they're playing. They've got the right fielder shaded like they're going to pull the ball. The center fielder like they're going to not pull the ball. And then the left fielder almost out of play. And that's the other thing about program growing, is that it needs good instructions from its bench. Melissa Mangan up now. She was thrown out trying to score at home base in that first inning. She walked on a mini, and Taryn Dennis will be on deck. She wants to lay down the bunt, and that will kick foul and be out of play for a strike. And yep, springtime in Vermont has been a lot different this year. I mean, we've had, instead of shoveling the fields off, we've had some pretty warm days this year. That'll be high for a ball. And a good job by the catcher. Yeah, and they're going to be in with the steal, and you see Lee took the slide and didn't have to, but she did, and that's a good girl to practice that, as long as you don't get hurt. So Mangan at the plate. That'll dive inside for a ball. And brings the count out to 2-1 strike. Like I said, month of May, Mill River, a lot of home games, along a little bit MSA boys baseball, a lot of home games, so you'll see more high school action. CSJ's College of St. Joseph to Provider will finish up their season in April. That's going to bounce, and that's going to drive in a run, and they will hold the runner at first base. As you can see, Mangum put the brakes on, put it in reverse, and back up. So the 9th run will come in. That's an RBI for Mangum. Now Taryn Dennis up. She walked and scored back in the first. Oh, I'm going to have to holler at that center fielder. In just a second, pitch will come in and be a ball. Very seldom does the center fielder block my view in a game, because they're just playing out of position today. That's why they are. There goes the runner down to second, and going to take the bag off, and that usually takes them a few minutes to get the bag plugged back in. So Mang will be at second. So I got the bag back into place, but on the pause there, I had asked the center fielder to move just a tad either way, and she did. Very good. She's very accommodating about it. But then her coach waved her back into the left field position, and she was not arguing with the coach, but she was hesitant to follow the coach's direction because she wanted to get in my way. So she finally said, "I will if you want me to get hollered at," to her coach. I mean, I should really be an irrelevant component here. I just chuckling at myself, but she went further over, so she's not in the camera view. Oh, it's the little things that keep the day moving along. And that will be a walk, and I'll put runners at first and second. And I'll bring up Desiree Gray, got hit by a pitch and eventually came around to score in that 8-run first inning. Mill River with 1 run in here so far. And the second inning in play, they're at 9 runs, 9-0 lead. And Gray waits to pitch from Booth. And that's going to be off the catcher's glove, and Mangum will head down to third base and just beat the throw there. And then on the trail of that, you can see that Redenis moved up to second. So they put runners in scoring position. Again, they have a very aggressive running game. They kind of toned it down a little bit here today with that 9-run lead. That was just a pass ball, or actually that was a wild pitch, and they had to move up. In my estimation, you can turn off the stealing bases, I guess. I think you should just play, no matter what the score is. But as far as pass balls, you cannot not go on those. You got to go. And that will hook and be out of play. And boy, I woke up one of the spectators over there. So that'll be a foul ball strike, and they'll retrieve that foul ball and they'll bring it into play, and we'll just reset second and third. 1 run in, 9-0 Mill River. Bottom of the second. Woodstock, their opponent. And Ray Booth, the pitcher, in a circle. And that just missed the outside corner. Again, that defense remains the same with Booth in the circle. Ashley Coetzee behind the plate. Emily Coetzee at first. McGee is at second. And that's a foul ball. Anna McGee is at second. Jackie Stacy's at short. Ashley Acuna is at third. Grania Vanterwade is in left. Brittany Garman's in center. And Mackenzie Harrington is an outfielder also. I think I got my lefts and rights mixed up, but it happens. Oh, that's a good pitch. And that's on a rope, and that's a fair ball. No, they call it foul. I'm sorry. I'm not elevated here, so I'm waiting to actually, I can't see where the hit's on the chalk and stuff over there, but that was foul. The umpire clearly gave the sign. It'll just be a long strike on the foul ball. And Desiree Gray really kept her weight back on that pitch, waiting for it to get in, and she was able to quickly explode the hands through the strike zone and swing the hips through with some power and really pulled that ball. And that one will be a ball inside. Now it'll actually be a walk. That'll be ball 4, and I'll bring her on the top of the order for the 3rd time today. So Kayla Plouffe has walked, scored, and reached on a fielder's choice. And we're already up by 9, looking to break this thing wide open here with a base hit. It'll be outside corner, and the umpire kind of faked me out. I thought he was going to come up with the right arm, and he didn't. It's ball 1. Into the windup, the windmill, and Booth will be high. Caught the plate, but that was definitely high for ball 2. In that first inning, she faced 13 batters. And it's kind of looking like she might be on that direction again here. Plouffe, then Chelsea Redenis is on deck. Into the windup, Booth will be set, and she'll deliver strike 1. That one right there. That was a good pitch. Yeah, and I believe I heard him say 3 balls, 1 strike. Oh, just did miss, and that'll force in a run with the walk. And that'll be 2 runs down. That'll make it 10-0 unofficially. Mill River with the lead in the bottom of the 2nd. And you can see that Coetzee, the catcher, is going to go out and have a little chat with Rhea Booth. Doesn't really want her to get too discouraged here in this inning. Just keep plugging away, try to hit the target, to keep it in the strike zone. If they put the ball into play, hopefully the fielders will make the play behind you. So a very brief chat, and we'll see how effective it is, as Redenis will step in now. Redenis reached on an error and scored, and then popped up to the pitcher. And that will be to the backstop, and the run will come in. Yep, that'll be the 11th run on the wild pitch. And that'll open first base up as Taryn Redenis came in to score. Okay, so everybody reestablishing their position here. So the batter will step back in the box as Chelsea Redenis will skip back, and yeah, that'll be called a ball. I wasn't sure if the bounce had hit her or not. There's been a couple of hit batters today. Nothing severe, just little soft floaters that came in and out of the strike zone and hit the batter. Other than that, I can tell you that Jessica McDonald is on deck for Mill River. You can see Redenis kind of bend back out of the way of that one, but It broke back to the inside, not enough though to get the call. So an 8-run first so far, 3 runs here in a second. And Mill River looking to go 6 wins, no losses on the season. That'll be a walk. No run will come in this time as first base was open. Now Dennis will load him up on that walk, and McDonald up here, and she's been busy. She's had a couple doubles and a bunch of RBIs, and that's going to be caught for the out. They'll tag up and the run will come in. You can see the second baseman took the throw in the ankle. Will limp around and be all right. So they'll get a long fly ball out. McDonald will pick up her 5th RBI. Now Nikki Rao up. 2 outs. There's 2 outs. So Rao was walked, scored, and grounded out to the shortstop. And that is a strike at the knee. So Rhea Booth looking to get out of this inning with just the 4 runs surrendered. It's 12-0 Mill River. In a game I don't think is going to make it to 7 innings, and it happens at every level. And so Booth being very deliberate and pacing herself between pitches. Oh, just missed the outside corner. That was a pitcher's pitch right there. That was close. She does have a base to waste here. She's got third base open, so she does walk. Rao will not force in a run. And that's going to be off from the catcher's glove, and runners will move up. Where are you? Behind the umpire. They did move up to second and third. That pitch obviously a ball. So 3-1 the count. And Rao set and will be walked. So that will load the bases up. And for the second time in as many innings, Mill River will have batted around, and now Chelsea Phelps up. The first baseman for Mill River, and Phelps all set. Will step back, and that one will miss just inside a little bit, and it'll be 1 ball, no strikes in the count. In this 12-0 game. Oh, thank you very much, Rob. So she's set. She'll step back in there. And on this very warm day, the athletic director, Rob Black, just brought me a bottle of water, and I appreciate that very much. Love coming down Mill River for any of their sports, soccer, basketball, softball. It's a nice fit doing their sports down here. And that will be off from the catcher, and that's going to allow Plouffe to come in to score. So Plouffe will come in. Yeah, the other runners moved up also, so it goes 13-0 Mill River. First base is now open. And Phelps, oh, had a good swing at that one. Yep, again, you have to be on your toes because you never know when you're going to get a pitch in the zone to hit. That definitely was one of them. Put into play, and the shortstop Lex go all the way to first, and there'll be a runner safe, and another run comes home, and she did not slide, but she'll be safe. And the easier play would have been just to step on second base. Okay, let me catch up. So Rao scored. Redena scored. Phelps is at first. So still 2 out. And Amanda Lee up now for Mill River, the third baseman. She'll put it into play and snagged at third. They'll flip to second and be safe. So Phelps will get there. I think she would have been safe regardless. It wasn't a bad choice to go to second base. It was a shorter distance to throw the ball. But they might want to throw overhand because you could put a little more speed on the ball to get there. So first and second now for Melissa Mangan. And Mangum today, she's been on base a couple times. She walked in the first inning, then she had an RBI single for the next time up, and also scored eventually herself that inning. So So a double-digit lead for the Minutemen, and that pitch will be called a strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 runs in the first, 7 so far here in the second. It's 15-0 Mill River, and there are 2 down. We'll wind up the pitch, and that will float in high and be called a ball. And again, a good job by the Mill River hitter, Munger, to lay off it. Taryn Dennis will be the on-deck batter for the Minutemen. And that is going to hit the gaps. That's going to drop in. There it is, shot. And Lee trying to score. Yeah, they're going to send Lee home, and she's a fast runner, and she will be there. And so Mangum will drive in 2 runs with that single to right field. And again, nice job of that inside-outside swing. And I just got to figure out, that's Rodennis up there. And she will swing through that drop ball for a strike. I'm just doing my book work. You wouldn't believe what my book looks like right now with so many batters coming up. I have to keep moving over columns, and whoa. Oh, that's going to have a chance in foul territory. And oh, yeah, and they say, oh, good job of getting the spectators up, and everybody's going to be okay. Yeah, they're going to fix the chair, and yeah, that's very good. That's a great fan anyways right there, and she's telling the young lady that she knows she's just playing softball, and the young lady tried to pull up, and everybody did a good job, and it looks like everything's going to be okay. So quite a play, actually. That play turned into be probably the play of the game so far. And that's Acuna, actually Acuna over there that was able to pull up. And that was in the dirt. A nice stop over there by Coach Sear, the catcher behind the plate. There's also a Coach Sear down at first base. I can only assume they're related. Oh, but she liked that pitch. Yep. It kind of hung on her a little bit, and she took a big rip at it and fouled off. This is Taryn Rodennis, and then the on-deck hitter is Desiree Gray. I believe there's 9 runs, and I think it's 17-0. This is almost too many runs for me to calculate with my math skills. That'll be a wild pitch, and you can see Mangan go down to second base. I only have a Rutland High School diploma, so if this gets a little bit higher, it'll be too much for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 9 runs in the second, 8 in the first, 17-0 Mill River. And I'm just wondering how long we'll see McDonald pitch before they bring in Amanda Lee. There's Rhea Booth out there in the circle. Again, has 2 down in this inning and laboring to get that third out, I'm sorry. Oh, that's got a chance to be the 3rd out, and it will be caught for the out. 9 runs across the plate for the Minutemen, and they have a 17-0 lead after 2. So Jessica McDonald, with 3 strikeouts and 2 innings of work, has retired all 6 batters she's faced. She's looking at the center fielder, Brittany Garman, for the first time today. And they're going to peel the play, and I think they said she did not go. In the 3rd. At this rate, we will only be going 5 innings. It's 17-0. The way the Mercy rule reads is the team behind has to have 5 full innings at bat. And they have to trail by 10 or more runs. And boy, Phelps with her 3rd putout of the ball game. You know, I'm impressed with the fact that they're getting the bat on the ball. I'm not saying that tongue-in-cheek. I'm saying that very seriously. Like I said, McDonald struck out 15 Burton players. Now Jackie Stacy up to shortstop. And she was a little bit ahead of that pitch and swung over the top of it, so an 0-1 count to the shortstop, Jackie Stacy, with Mackenzie Harrington on deck. That McDonald will nip that inside corner and have an 0-2 count now. She has thrown no-hitter before, McDonald has. Actually, I taped it. It was 2 years ago down at MSJ. I think she's had a couple since then, but I really don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. There's still a lot of softball left to be played. So in a 17-0 game, that'll be a foul ball. Mill River with the lead. And Woodstock, the opponent today, still have a lot of good quality games. Got the Bellows Falls Mill River matchup. That should be a good ball game. Otter Valley Mill River. That's always a good ball game. And she will have her 4th strikeout on that rise ball out of the strike zone. It elevated. And she has at least a strikeout per inning going right now. And now Mackenzie Harrington will represent the 9th Woodstock batter to come up so far in the ball game. And McDonald has is retired the first 8 she has faced, and she's looking to do it a 9-for-9 job here, and she'll get the swing and a miss on the pitch. And right there down the pipe, taking all the way. An 0-2 count now to the number 9 hitter, Harrington. So McDonald, looking to get out of this inning quickly, will do so. She will have 2 strikeouts this inning, 5 for the ball game. 17-0 the Minutemen going into the 4th, bottom of 3rd. There for Woodstock, the new pitcher is Emily Coetzee. So Coetzee will start work in the 3rd inning, relieving Rhea Booth. And we're going to have Desiree Gray. Should be the batter at the plate, the number 9 hitter. See, I could be wrong, which is unusual. I think Gray made the last out, and this should be Caleb Plouffe up. I kind of get lulled into the same pattern that the players do with the slowness of the game myself. So Coetzee out there. We have a new center fielder. I don't have a name to go with the number. And now it's Desiree. She's coming up. So we're in the 3rd, 17-0 Mill River, and that will become a ball. So Coetzee looks in, gets the shine, and ready to go to work. Winds it up, and boy, that's going to be fair ball. And down to first base will go Gray with a base hit. So she did a nice job of going down low to get the ball and then pulling it down the 3rd base line for a fair ball and a base hit. So she will have, or she actually will become, the leadoff runner. So she's been hit by a pitch walk and now singled. So she has been on base all 3 times. Caleb Plouffe up now, and she will skip out of the way. And the runner will go down to second base on that problem behind the plate they had. I thought it actually bounced up and hit her in the foot, but apparently it didn't, and it's irrelevant. And Coetzee will have a wild pitch there, and Gray will not advance. She'll go back to second base. And Mill River with an 8-run first, a 9-run second, and that's how we've gotten to where we are right now. Minutemen had the leadoff runner on, and Caleb Plouffe at the plate. And that will hit the outside corner. That was a very good pitch, and that'll become strike 1. Or strike 2. I don't know. I lost track of the count myself. Yeah, and so Plouffe scored a couple times today. Got the bat on the ball, but foul. So she will stay alive with those 2 strikes with that foul ball, and they'll retrieve that foul ball. And I couldn't tell you who the new catcher is. I can't see obviously the jersey number with their chest protector on covers up. I don't think they have numbers on the front anyways. No, they don't. And that's going to be a little bit high and outside. And Gray will take third base now on that wild pitch. And that will become a full count now. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Minutemen in charge, in control here. On their home field, looking to go to 6 wins, no losses. And that's going to be caught out there. Nice job on tracking the ball. That's a couple impressive catches out there in left field by Vanderwait. So Plouffe retired on the flyout, and I'll bring up Chelsea Redenis. She has scored a couple times today. And Redenis from the right side of the plate. Coetzee the pitch. We'll roll it in, and I'll be off from the... Yeah, what happened there is they didn't send the runner, but the ball went on play. It's a dead ball. Now they'll award home base to Desiree Gray. That'll become the 18th run of the ball game for Mill River. So they have scored at least a run in all 3 innings so far. So the base is clear and 1 down for Chelsea Redenis with Jessica McDonald, the on-deck hitter. And that's going to be a little high, but it will stay in the ballpark for a ball. Oh, I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Bull Durham. It's just the best baseball movie ever made. It's so funny. I wish Bob Uecker is here to do this game, do the commentating. Oh, that's going to be playable, and it will drop in for a base hit in front of the shortstop. So they'll have a base runner on with the 1 out. Redenis will take the turn and see if she can draw the throw, and they won't attempt it. And now McDonald will step in there. And Jessica McDonald with a couple doubles, a bunch of RBIs today. And of course, if McDonald's up, that means Rao will be right behind her, the number 3 and 4 batters in this lineup for Mill River. And she'll wait. That one's a little bit high, and she didn't chase it, and it'll become ball 1. So McDonald and company, a little bit easier time today than what they've had. Some close games, some come from behind games, some nail biters. That MAU game where they came back after being down 7 runs. I wish they'd played that one here so I could have seen that one and done that one. They came from behind late in the ball game against Rutland. They had to lead, lost the lead, and then came back to win it. And that's going to be caught, and they're going to throw to first, and almost got the double play. They'll have 2 outs, so. And that was a good job out there by Woodstock's number 23, Jackie Stacy. Now Nikki Rao up. She's also scored a couple runs today. I've never had such a group of uncooperative outfielders in I don't know how many years as I have today. Oh. I'll give her a second, then I'll move. I'm not going to ask him to move again. Coach Gall wrinkled up over it. And that'll be outside for a ball. So Rao trying to be patient, wait for a pitch so she can get the bat on and drive the ball. Will settle in, and of course Nikki Rao, been a varsity starter all 4 years. And it'll be too far outside for a ball. And if I got it, I'll move in a second. It's just a pain in the butt to do that, but that will be a ball. And there's Rao, and she'll head down to first, and then I'll push the runner Redenis to second, and let me move. Because I just picked the tripod up and moved it 10 different ways from Sunday. So I could find a spot, because every time I moved, the outfielder moved with me. Alright, now it should be level. Oh, there's nothing worse to me than an unlevel camera when I'm watching Channel 15. That's one of the first things in the CIP course they should stress to them as one of the most important, simplest things to do to make a broadcast look semi-watchable. So 2 out, 2 on. A lot of runs so far on the board for the Minutemen. $18 to be exact. I stopped count. 18-0 Mill River in the bottom of the 3rd. And the pitch will be just a tad bit high. It floated on her and she didn't get the call. It'll become a ball. Again, the on-deck batter after Phelps is Amanda Lee. So Phelps, who's had a good day driving in runs and scoring runs, we'll watch that one again, same location, outside high for a ball. And again, Mill River has gone through the order completely twice, and Woodstock trying to avoid to have it be a 3-time deal right now in this inning. Coach Sear will slide that one in, but it was short. Now we come a walk, and I'll load the bases up now. For Amanda Lee, she has scored 3 times today. Been hit by a pitch and walked a couple times. And so Lee, again, all they want to do is get something they can get the bat on the ball, something near the strike zone. And that was a good pitch. And as a hitter, when you see something looks semi-hittable, you kind of get anxious and jump at it like that because That might be the only pitch for the next 5 pitches that's anywhere remotely near something you can swing at. And again, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not criticizing anybody. I mean, you're watching what I'm watching. And yeah, they're going to hold the runner back from scoring on that wild pitch. But having been there, having coached it, having watched it, you do, as a hitter, when you take, watch the game, drag on because of the ineffectiveness of the pitching. When you do see one coming at you, your eyes get huge. That's going to be up the middle. That's going to get a lot of runs. And it's going to be 1 run in, 2 runs in, and that ball will roll past the center fielder. And they are going to send the 3rd run home in Phelps, and they're going to send Lee also, looking to clean the bases off, and that will happen. All 4 runs will come in. Amanda Lee with a single and then 3-base error, and the bases are clean now. So Redenis scores, Rao scores, Phelps scores, and Lee scores. So that becomes 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 runs here in 3 innings of base puffball, and Melissa Mangan up. Mangan has 3 RBIs today. Well, I believe it's her unless they made a change. Oh, that's cracked over and scooped up on 1 hop. Good job of keeping the ball in front of her, and a nice hit over there by Mangan. So she's been swinging the bat extremely well as the season's progressed along, and she's also done a very good job at shortstop. So this will be the 9th batter to come to the plate for the 3rd inning in a row for Mill River, and it's Taryn Redenis' turn to be batter number 9 in 1 inning. That's to the pitcher, Coach Sears. She's got time. She'll throw to first, and they'll throw it away. Yeah, now they'll release Mangum. Yeah, and she did not go, or she would have been awarded home. So since she was not advancing toward a base, the ball's a dead ball out of play, and she'll only get 3rd base. Again, that's more of a courtesy thing when you're up by so many runs. So Desiree Gray up, and Mill River with a large lead. I believe it's at 23 now. I got to recount here. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm sorry, 22-0 Mill River. And Coach Sear is the new pitcher, replacing the starter out there, who of course was Rhea Booth. Again, just looking for that 3rd out. Thought she had it on that last ground ball. Long look in, you see there's a target. Yeah, that wasn't it. Nice grab by the catcher. Like I said, I do not know who is catching now on the changeover. But Redenis and Mangum remain on the bases for the Minutemen. And Desiree Gray will step back from that pitch. It'll become ball 4, and that will reload the bases now here in the bottom of the 3rd. Now bring up top of the order, Kayla Plouffe. This will be her 5th time up, and she has scored a couple of runs today. She also got stranded at 3rd base 1 time. And again, a force out at any base here will end the inning for Woodstock. That pitch came in high. An 8-run first, a 9-run second, 4, 5 runs so far here in the 3rd. And Plouffe. Again, very deliberate pace by all the Woodstock pitchers. That one will be just a little bit low for a ball. So she's worked it high, worked it low, and this one should be right there for a strike on this next pitch. On a beautiful day to come down and watch a softball game live here at Mill River. And don't let this game be a gauge for you. I mean, the other games, like I mentioned, they've got some competitive games coming up. That's the out. That's the inning. And yeah, she hurt her hand making the catch. 22-0 Mill River. In the 4th, the top of the order, Anna McGee up. She struck out in the 1st. That's a foul ball. McDonald with 5 strikeouts in 3 innings of work. She has not issued a walk, a hit, has not hit a batter. She has faced 9 Woodstock Wasp players retired all 9 in a row. That'll be strike 2 on the swing and the miss. Vanderwade should be the on-deck batter for the Woodstock squad. She's a young lady who's made all the catches in the outfield. And that'll be strikeout number 6 in the ball game. And again, struck out in the first inning, Vanderwade did. And I'm looking to see if there's any changes out there for Mill River defensively. That'll be a strike. As you can see, the batter a bit fooled, jumped back on it, and well, I think we have a new third baseman, but I can't really see the jersey number. It doesn't look like Lee at third. I think Lee has moved to first, and Bennick has gone into third. That is confirmed now. Okay, well, I see the jersey numbers now. So McDonald will wind up fire away and not get ready to chase that one a little bit high and call the ball. It'll be a 1-2 count, I do believe. So yeah, some good matchups coming up with Bellows Falls and Otter Valley and Fairhaven against Mill River, and I should have all those. And that's going to be a strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts, and McDonald at 7 strikeouts in the ball game. Like I said, she's had a 15 strikeout game this year against Burnt, and now Emily Cossier, the pitcher now at the plate. She'll put that ball into play. There's Bennick just in the ball game, and the throw will get it. So a 1-2-3 inning, 12 in a row retired by McDonald. You see Emily Cotsier having a little chat with her third baseman over there as they get set to get this bottom of the 4th underway. Mill River with 8, 9, and 5 for runs per frame. And Chelsea Redennis, Jessica McDonald, and Nikki Rao due up for the Minutemen. There, we're all set. Okay. The first baseman had gone and borrowed a sun visor, and it's a good idea that sun field. She'll be looking right into that brilliant sunshine here at Mill River Union High School. Again, don't let today's game discourage you. Get out there and catch a game live. There's some good competition coming up on the docket, both home and away. Like I said, the Fairhaven squad, our Valley squad, those are only 10 and 15-minute rides from Mill River. I mean, so you can go catch those games not only here, but there at those schools. Gotta be high for a ball. Yeah, Redennis has scored 3 times today. Or actually, that is not Redennis. That's a pinch hitter. I believe that's Wade. So they've used Wade as a courtesy runner, and now she's at the plate, to my knowledge and recollection, for the first time today. Batting for Rodenas. Yeah, it looks like a 47. It's tell you, it's tough getting. My eyes are going, but everything else has on my body too. So it was only natural at the eyes. But there's a little dribbler, the short picked up, the throw, and nope, going to be safe. That's a dead ball. It's out of play, so they'll give Wade second base. So the leadoff batter on once again here for Mill River. In the bottom of the 4th, up by 22. McDonald with a couple doubles, run scored, and I believe 5 RBIs. For her first time now looking at Cossier, the pitcher, and again, she'll lay off that high outside pitch for a ball. And I don't mean this as a joke, but Mill River has been very patient and very disciplined at the plate today in what is not a hitter's type of game. Hitters prefer somebody who can catch and fire and be around the strike zone, be more a little predictable, a little more pace between pitches, and a little more pace on the ball. A lot of times, the more intense the pitcher, it makes the hitters more intense. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but if you've ever played the game yourself, you probably can relate to that. That's coming right at you in center field, and that's going to come and roll to the fence and be picked up. They're going to bring the ball into play. McDonald's going to not break stride, take off for third base, and head home. Nope, they're going to keep her there at third, so she'll, again, that was quite a poke. She's got 2 doubles and a triple now today. Yeah, I'm just trying to see where I am in the book. So only 1 run came in, okay. And now Nikki Rao up. Oh, I gotta tell you, this is the most uncooperative outfield I've had in years. Sorry about the camera movement, but I just picked the tripod up, said the heck with it, and walked. That is Chambers pinch hitting for Rao. I've just about gone around the whole horn now, just trying to move to get all the way at the center fielder. Now the umpire is going to be it away. I can tolerate him. He's first time today. That's going to be the third, knocked down, and they're going to throw it anyways. I think, yeah, they're going to go with an error on that, and Chambers will be down at first base. So first and third with nobody out. I'm just catching up on the bookwork. Now Phelps up. So Chambers is leaving the ball game, and I missed the courtesy runner's name or number. Yes, I moved again. You're getting all kinds of angles from me today. I just picked the whole operation up, carried over to center field so I could see past the center fielder and then past the umpire, because I understand that I shouldn't be part of the game. I understand they're doing their thing, but I also can't see videotaping and not seeing what's going on. That's just a waste of everybody's time. That's why I just picked up and moved. That'll be outside for a ball. We're in the fourth, and I believe it's 23 to nothing Mill River. It's in the 20s. And I think we have a pinch hitter up. I can't see the jersey number. It's supposed to be Chelsea Phelps. And it is number... Oh, it's Bennick. Okay, so Bennick is hitting. So number 11 is Bennick, and she's at the plate for the first time today. She didn't start today at third base. So the look in, the windup, and Coach Sear is going to be high, and that'll be ball 4. Okay, I was just confused as the batter was. So McDonald is at third. Rao's gone into run for Chambers at second, and Bennick is down at first. Bases loaded for should be Amanda Lee. And it looks like it is Amanda, so Lee up with the bases juiced. Run in already. That is playable. No, the batter's out because infield fly rule. And that will become, mercifully, the first out of the inning. Oh, I can't believe the center fielder moved again. you gotta realize how many square inches there are in a softball field, and I keep picking the wrong one. I don't see the ball, so I don't know what she did with it. I don't know what happened. I gotta be honest with you, because I lost track of it. It was a dribbler hit back to the pitcher, and then I lost it, and everybody moved up, and a run scored. Wish I could be more informative, but just to make you feel better, in my scorebook, I just put a question mark, meaning I don't have a clue. This should be Taryn Redennis. Let me move again. I have to keep moving. I'm laughing at it now. It's funny to me. You don't see NBC do that. The cameraman keep picking up the camera moving. Like you see on public access. Oh. At least it's a nice day out. So Redennis is at the plate and is set and the pitch, and she'll swing through it, and it'll be a strike with the bases loaded. By all calculations, just 2 runs so far I think are in this inning. 24-0 Mill River. McDonald is 12 for 12, pitching a perfect game. That one will be a ball, and the runners will hold in place. McDonald, I have unofficially 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts in the ball game. Obviously no walks if it's a perfect game, and no hits, no errors. And Coach Sear out there in the circle for Woodstock was not the starting pitcher. And there'll be a full count now. The starting pitcher, of course, was Rhea Booth. She went 2 long innings, and Woodstock looking for that third out in the bottom of the fourth. And that'll force in a run on that walk, and it'll be Nikki Rao that will come in now and score. That'll also keep the bases loaded for, should be Desiree Gray. And she will be the 9th batter to come to the plate for the 4th consecutive inning in a row. Mill River has sent 9 or more players to the plate. And I just heard the umpires, 1 down, 1 out. And it is Desiree Gray, and the pitch will be coming right now. And that's going to be to the backstop, and the run coming in will become run number 26. So Bennick comes in to score. The other 2 runners behind her, Munger and Redenis, move up, and Gray now with runners at second and third, and just the 1 out. Yep. Again, that website is www.pegtv.com. You can click on programs, watch right there in the computer now. You can upload video. I guess you can. I'm not really sure. I'm not a computer guy. But you go to the website, if you have a half a brain, which eliminates me already because, see, I'm below that, you can figure out the website and figure out what to do. And it's quite the piece of work. It's quite a quality website. That is going to be a strike. So again, just 1 out here in the 4th for Mill River, and they have 26 runs on the board. And that will bounce in there, and there'll be a ball. Oh, it's got to be hard to get up as a team as Woodstock to go on the road to do games. Of course, I mean, not every team's as good as Mill River, but I give them a lot of credit for being resilient. And that'll walk in on... No, it will not. It will not walk in a run. That'll become the bases loaded now. See, in my scorebook, I'm in the 8th inning paper-wise, but I'm really only in the 4th inning in reality. And Caleb Plouffe. And that's a trickle little down the third baseline, a little trickle play. It'll be out of bounds, and again, there's a force out at any base, and there's several times Woodstock's been in this position. Instead of stepping on the bag next to him, they've elected to make the throw across the diamond, and of course, it's been a terrible decision in the end. That'll be high for a ball. 1-1 to count. You're watching Mill River Union High School softball action on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports. Yeah, I honestly, and I knew better than this, but I thought, oh, this will be a 5-inning game today. Get home, I got a ton of errands to do. I might have supper before midnight for once, da-da-da. These games like this is as long, if not longer, than a 7-inning game right now, with sending 12, 13, 14 people to the at-bat each half inning for Mill River. Foolish me. And that'll be ball 3-1 the count. Like I said, Mill River at 5-0. 3 of those wins over Division I schools. They are eventually going to become 6-0. And the pitch will be ball 4, and that will allow Mangum to come in to score. And it keeps the bases loaded. And Wade will come back up. Lynn Wade. She's pinch hitting for the 2nd time this inning for Redenis. Chelsea Redenis. The part I find a little baffling, and I don't really know what difference it would make, is just during all these long innings, I don't remember the coach ever once coming out to talk to the pitcher. Just to compose her, talk to her, say, try this, try that, you're doing this, maybe your mechanics are off, or hang in there. Anything. Must be getting paid by the hour. Of course, I'm just joking. I don't need any more nasty emails. So 2 balls to Lynn Wade, no strikes, 1 down, ball 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs in, making it 27-0 Mill River here in the bottom of the 4th on a game that started 4 days ago. See, that's the problem. I get punchy during games like this. I got to clean it up here. So Coach Sear will wind it up. Wade with the swing and a foul ball back out of play for a strike. Again, I believe the rest of this schedule, Mill River's gone through all their Division I opponents. Remember, they're Division II playing up. And those 3 wins over all those Division I teams earlier this season, man, that's going to help them in the seedings in the playoffs. If, say, they end up with a 15-1 record along with another 15-1 team as the run comes in again on a walk, you know, man, that'll help them in the index points. Maybe get the seed mixed up so they can stay home for the playoffs. Jessica McDonald due up and is up. So McDonald up. And I believe it's 28-0 now, Mill River. The most runs I've ever done in a game, I did a MSJ Long Trail JV softball game. I don't know how many years ago. Lauren Lane was a freshman then, so that's a long time ago. And that ended up being 33-31 in one of the actually most entertaining, craziest ball games I've ever done. You should have seen how many pages I used out of my book for that one. And that'll roll in for a ball. So McDonald, again, very good at the strike zone, knowing what's in there to swing at and what's not in the strike zone to swing at. And that one almost bent into the strike zone, but it'll be a tad bit high. Bases perpetually loaded for Mill River today. Oh, I mean, I usually don't get to use a word like that during a softball game. McDonald waits, and of course, both pitchers today for Woodstock have been extremely deliberate. She got tagged to base. There she goes. Got the out. 2 down now in the inning. And that should be Nikki Rao. And Nikki Rao up with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. And if Mill River ever gets out in the field defensively again, they got a chance. They got a chance. Go to third. Oh, they could have gone to third. No. So the run will score, and that will keep the inning going for the Minutemen offensively. Everybody will move up. Everybody will be safe. And last time Bennick hit in this spot, and I believe Bennick will hit again for Phelps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs in. That'll make it 29-0 Mill River. I'm not sure who's at the plate. I can't see the jersey number. It's Bennick, number 11. Okay. So they'll retrieve the ball and get it back out there, and no damage done by it. Oh, the catcher's her sister, Ashley. Ashley Coetzee. I just saw her jersey number. Yeah, so it's Emily and Ashley, the battery. Coetzee for Woodstock. And if that's caught, which it won't be, nope. 1 run in. Here comes run number 2 in. Run number 3, and they're going to hold Bennick at third base. That will clear him. That was quite a poke. She got the ball pulled down that third baseline. And now Amanda Lee due up. I have it as 32 unofficially. I'll have to go back and borrow a calculator to figure out the score here in a sec. It's a lot. It's a lot of runs is what it is. Yeah, and that is Amanda Lee. Just missed a little bit high for a ball. So Amanda Lee will look down to third base, get a sign. And Woodstock needing just that 1 out to get out of this 4th inning. Mercy rule is in effect. So if they go down and Woodstock, they get up to bat in the top of the 5th and does not cut the lead down to just a 9-run game, that will end the ball game. I think the odds are with me. This will be it here for Mill River offensively. And that will be a ball. Low and inside, made Lee kind of step back out of the way. Lee today has scored a lot of runs. She's come around and scored 4 times unofficially in my book. Which right now my book is basically used just to swat flies. It's such a mess right now. With pencil marks, pen marks, insertions, crossouts. Lee awaits the pitch from Coach Sear. Will get comfortable in the box and rip that one foul. Tell you what, she kept her weight back and kept her body back and didn't bring the hands too quick through the zone on that slow pitch. And boy, she really turned on that ball. Just foul though. And I lost the count. See if the umpire, see if I can hear him out here. Oh, he said it, I couldn't hear it. Something 2. So there's 2 strikes at least in the count to Lee. Looking for out number 3. And possibility. That's it. The Minutemen coming up with a chance to get the job done and get win number 6 in the books. So McDonald looking for the 5-inning perfect game shutout, no hitter. Has retired 12 in a row, struck out 7, and has a 33-run lead to work with. Don't adjust your audio. I said 33-0. That'll be back to McDonald. Her first chance for an assist, and she'll have the 1-3 out to get this 5th and final inning underway here from Mill River Union High School. So with 1 out, the outfield playing very shallow and pretty much straight away, and McDonald, with at least 1 strikeout per inning, will get ahead in the count right there on the rise ball, strike 1. As that pitch will be strike 2, so McDonald will have a minimal amount of pitches thrown today in this victory for Mill River. And we'll have that streak of at least 1 strikeout per inning kept alive. I had it as strike 3. There you go. And I'm not picking on any player at all, but it just shows you they didn't know the count even. I mean, you gotta know the count. You don't have to be able to hit or field, but you gotta be in a ball game. So with 2 down, there's strike 1. Mill River will go to 6-0 on the season, and McDonald looking to end the game with back-to-back strikeouts. Has 8 strikeouts and has faced just 14 batters, the minimum, and she's looking to go 15 for 15 today. And she will. She'll have the win. She'll have the 5 innings with no hits, no walks, no errors, no runs. She'll end with 9 strikeouts in the ball game. So congratulations to Mill River. A gallant effort by Woodstock. They kept their heads up, kept playing hard, and again, you know, there'll be better games. Get out and catch the rest of the schedule, and you'll see some good competition out there.